And I watch it a lot now, how when people start using oils, they become more respectful. It increases their awareness. Haven't you noticed how using the oils increases your awareness? Your awareness of others around you, your awareness of other people's feelings. Because of needing to be courageous and being strong and being focused and anchored, I chose Valor as the base oil formula to start working with. Now, as I have taught in the past, never mix blends, because it's very easy to neutralize the effect of a blend by mixing another blend into it. So it's knowing, number one, if you're going to do it, I mean, you can create it for fragrance, but if you want to create it to get the action, then you've got to know the compound percentages and how to bring another blend into that without neutralizing the effect of 2 or 3 of the oils that are in the base blend. And so Valor was chosen. And then I looked to another product that I felt was, another oil blend that I felt was really critical to bring about that chivalry feeling and attitude, and that was gratitude. Because if we're not grateful for what we have, and we don't express that gratefulness and that gratitude to our Father in heaven, then it's not going to move us into a space of being humble. And I believe a knight, in order for a knight to truly be a chivalrous knight, he needs to be a humble person. And he needs to be grateful for what he has. And so I chose gratitude to blend in with that. And then I added a little of the balsam fir in addition to the gratitude blend that already has it. And then a knight needs to be joyful. He needs to be excited because he's a protector. He needs to be a good image to children. And it's really, it's been an interesting journey for me, because I've learned so much in the short 2 months that I've been doing this and learning and practicing. And last week, going to the World Championships in London, Ontario, and seeing the response of the children, when we would come in and we would ride the arena and circle to take our positions to begin the joust, I would talk to the kids and I would lean out of the saddle and touch their hands as I rode around and just give attention to the children. And I never gave any thought to it, because I was just what I do, I guess. But when the TV camera was going around the arena and they were interviewing the children, they asked several of the kids, who's your favorite knight? And there were 42 knights there. And several of the children said the Red Knight. And I didn't win the championship, but it really touched me. It really came home to what I've said before, that our children are looking for heroes. And they're looking for heroes that they can look up to. And it was like, that experience was really a confirmation of what I've been feeling and sensing, that our children need heroes. And so I really feel that we all need to be very conscious of how we are presenting ourselves. And I really hope this Chivalry blend brings that awareness more to the front and makes us more conscious of being and portraying that role of integrity and honesty and gentleness and chivalry. And the fragrance is so exotic that it is very, very, it's another one that Mary goes, with a little more passion. When you're out there working with your downline and your people in your organization, keep it in mind. Are you being respectful of them? Are you showing a chivalrous attitude towards other people? I mean, that's a word. How many use chivalry in your language, your vocabulary today? It's almost totally forgotten, isn't it? So let's bring it back. And let's Young Living set the standard, okay? Let's be the example in the world of bringing this back.
There you have it.
So sorry.
Gary didn't talk about harmony. He got sidetracked. But look at all the oils that are in harmony. It's a no-brainer to think that this was an integral ingredient in this blend. Because being chivalrous certainly creates a harmonious feeling, attitude, action. Harmony is a powerful blend by itself, and with the other three blends, I think it's spectacular. It was brilliant the way he made it. But if you look at all of the oils, you can imagine the cost to make this oil. That's one of the reasons it went out of stock. How long it stays, how long we have it, will depend on you. What the demand is, how much you love it.
Water mo na tumbang.
Young Living was the vehicle that Gary chose to share his knowledge and his discoveries with the world. This is how he kept his promise to God, that if God would give him back the use of his legs so he could ride his horse in the mountains, he would serve God's children for the rest of his life, for whatever time God would give him. God gave us more than 40 years with Gary. And even though he suffered greatly, every single day he rarely said anything. There were only a few of us who knew, and especially me, as I massaged his legs every night. These are some of the oils that I used. And we have a wonderful medical doctor who did his best to help Gary. And I'll never forget when I walked out of his office, I said, well, you know, I've been giving him CBD oil. And this doctor said, give him more. We love CBD, and we're going to hear amazing things come from the use of this oil. How do we educate? By teaching people how to help themselves, give them the right tools, guide them in their journey of discovery. Diagnosing and prescribing is the wrong way. There is too much of that. That's what made the lights start flashing with the FDA. The FDA doesn't care what book you read. They don't care what book you recommend. They don't care what book you send in the mail. But they do care if you start playing doctor. I personally would not take the response for someone else's help. I used to have people come up to me in meetings when I was with Gary, and they'd say, oh, we can't get to Gary, but we know you know as much as he does. And I'd just chuckle inside. And they'd tell me this, that, and the other, and ask me what to do. And I'd look at them and say, you know what? Would you like me to make it up? Because I don't know. I'm not the doctor here. You gotta go do your own research, find out for yourself. Don't expect someone else to tell you. We are blessed today with so much information. There is so much research going on. Gary would always say, close your eyes and go inward and look to yourself. And you'll make all kinds of discoveries. You'll come to your own knowing. We put 140 new pages in the second edition. This book is like the Bible of our business. I wrote it for you. And you can know that whatever you say, that you repeat, that's in this book is absolutely 100% true. There is nothing that I had to make up. Gary's life is so colorful, I couldn't put everything in. But you can take this book, you are